One of the most frequently asked questions I get is, do travel agents still get to travel for free? And if so, what does that look like? Where do they get to go? What kinds of trips are these? Is there something else hidden or secret that they have to pay for? Do they have to make a certain amount or be a travel agent for a certain amount of time first? Like, how does it all work? Hi, by the way, my name is Brittany. I'm the founder of Travel Agent Haven, the safest, most supportive community for travel agents on the internet. I've also been a travel agent myself since 2020, and I've helped my team of travel agents sell over $6 million in travel since 2020, and I'm pretty proud of that. We also are a collective group of mostly women, although we got a few guys in there, and there are many of us who are making full-time incomes working part-time hours, and that's what my channel is here to help you do. So in this video, we're gonna walk through what traveling for free as a travel agent actually looks like, and we'll talk about some different ways to do that. So let's get into it. I'm sorry to burst your bubble. Travel agents don't just get to go travel for free whenever they want. If that were the case, everybody would be banging my door down to try to become a travel agent. But we do get some pretty amazing perks, discounts, and deals, and fam trips are really cool. So I'll be introducing you to all of those different methods here. Before I dive into that, I don't want to have entirely bursted your bubble because there are a few instances where travel agents can travel for free. So before I get to those deals, discounts, and what fam trips are, I first want to cover the rare instances where you do get a free trip. So let me mention those. One way you actually can get free travel opportunities as a travel agent is by attending trainings and conferences and events for travel agents. Now, these things aren't really advertised because what they don't want to happen, understandably, is for thousands of people to go through the hoops of becoming a travel agent just to get some deals and discounts. It is not a good look. You do not want to be known as the person who is basically just using their travel agent license as a discount card. You'll hear me regularly say that my team is not the Costco of travel. We are not the Walmart of travel. We do not do things just so we can get deals and discounts for ourselves. Those are perks, but I always want to set the expectation that because they're perks, these opportunities are guaranteed. They come from networking, they come from having longevity in the industry, from being in the community, from getting to know people, from putting yourself out there. So that does require time, energy, and effort. So I want to make sure you know that. That said, I recently won a free flight from a major budget airline because I went to their travel agent webinar. I knew they were going to be raffling off basically a free flight, and I won it, and that was really cool. So it was partially luck. I also got to go on a free expedition cruise to Antarctica that left from Argentina. That was amazing, and the only reason I got to go was from networking. I made a really amazing friend. She is a high-performing travel agent who specializes in Antarctic travel and polar regions. That she happened to have a free spot, and so she invited me, and that was also partially because I think, even though we're also just friends, but it was also partially because I've never gatekept anything, right? There weren't really any people talking about the stuff that I'm talking about now on this channel before, and the only ones who were doing so because they wanted you to buy their courses in coaching. I really didn't like that. Not because I'm anti-courses or coaching, like there are things I have too, but I didn't want the videos to just be like marketing tactics, like things that led you to stuff. I wanted this channel in itself, these videos in themselves, to be assets, to be things that can help you learn and grow and make money so that before you ever even work with me, you would have walked away knowing how to do some things. One example of this is, you should check out this other video on my channel if you're a brand new agent. It's titled How to Get Clients as an Agent with No Experience. And basically it walks you through the same exact process that I used when I was a newbie travel agent with absolutely no connections and how I was able to get my first 2 paid bookings. And I walk every single new agent through this process, whether I work with them directly or I have a friend who works with them. So go watch that video. It's gonna give you so many gains. If you actually watch the video and you do the things, you will be successful, okay? I don't want to guarantee because of legality and stuff, but it's exactly what you need to do. So go do that. Okay, but watch this video first, okay? Don't stop watching this one. So the travel for free, yes, it can happen. You can get some pretty amazing opportunities. I can also tell you there is a certain major theme park amusement brand for children's entertainment that you are probably also very familiar with. They have a few theme parks. They have a few popular franchises and series and movies. You probably can think of who I'm talking about, okay? This major company gives free tickets and passes for travel agents to come to their theme parks to experience them so that they can better sell them. And it's a really nice perk because you can use it at least once a year. If you're interested in that company, if you haven't figured out who they are and you want more information about this, I don't want to share that stuff in public, but you can send me a DM on Instagram over at Travel Agent Haven. I'll put the QR code up on the screen. You can take your phone, act like you're going to take a picture, hold it up to the QR code. It will take you to my Instagram profile, okay? And by the way, you can always send me a question on Instagram if you have something you want to ask me, but you don't want to ask it in public in the comments, okay? So that's always an option. So there are some free travel opportunities, but for most people, that's not going to be the thing, right? So what can you do as a travel agent? What perks do we get aside from the ones I just mentioned? We definitely get agent rates. Most hotels will give you up to 50% off, sometimes even up to 70 or 80% off for you to come and stay at their hotel. Actually, my husband and I went to Denver for New Year's one time. They had just opened this beautiful brand new boutique hotel. They wanted like $250 a night. And I was like, ooh, like $1,000 for a hotel. I don't think so. That's not in our budget. But I called and said, hey, is there anything you can do? I'm a travel agent. I'm also a content creator, so I can do XYZ for you. If that's not in your budget right now, I understand you recently opened, but if so, then let me know. And surprisingly, they said, sure. And they brought it down $70 a night. And I saved like $800 that weekend just because I asked nicely, because I took some time to get to know the person I was on the phone with. That is what this business is, by the way. It's just connections, solving people's problems, and being helpful. And if you can do those things and you care about people and you want to help people see the world and travel better, and you know that you are willing to work for that to be able to make money, then you can definitely do well in this business, because so many people are not doing that. Ooh, a little bit of a rant there. So that's one big perk we get is the agent rates. And we actually have this document where we keep track of all the different tour companies, hotel chains, boutique hotels, whatever, their travel agent rates and discounts. If they have set ones, we have a document where you can grab all that stuff, and you can find that in the episode description. Or if for some reason you don't find the link, just DM me on Instagram, Travel Agent Haven, and I'll send it over to you. But yeah, that's a great resource to start with because it's all just in Google Sheets and you can go check all the stuff yourself. And we have it so that it's view only. So please don't try to edit it, but it's view only because when things do change, we just go in there and update that. So that's a really great resource for you. Another really popular way to get a discount for your own travel as a travel agent is to just book it at the normal rate, but book it as a travel agent, book a commissionable rate for yourself. And then when you do that, you earn the commission from the trip. So say you spend $1,000 on a trip, a family vacation, and you book it at a commissionable rate at a hotel or whatever, a package, and then you get 15% of that, and then you make $140 back on it. Like, why not? Why wouldn't you want to do that? So that is one way to do that. And actually, I have one travel agent I've mentored who she goes on cruises all the time. I think she either just retired or she's going to be retiring next year. So she has a lot of time off. She's in education. I regularly see her getting commission checks, $900, $500, $200. So that is real cash money going into her bank account. She is planning on going on these cruises anyway. So it's like, why not? It's a no-brainer for her. So if you become a travel agent, and even if you just book trips for yourself, for your friends or your family members, even if they're like, I don't really want to work with a travel agent, I don't really know what that is, I'd rather just book it myself. You say, hey, no, I'll book it for you. It's good practice for me, which it is, especially when you're new. And that's what I usually recommend to newbie agents is book for a few friends or family members first. So you do that, you get to keep the commission. They would have paid the same amount anyway. Maybe you even find them a deal. That happens sometimes, and everybody wins. And then another really great way to see the world for less is FAM trips. FAM stands for familiarization, and I do have a whole series coming out on this channel that's specifically about FAM trips, what they are, where to find them, how to apply for them, how to get selected for them. It's honestly a pretty beefy series. So if you do want that, go ahead and comment FAM below. And then if that comes out after this video, then what I'll do is I'll come back and reply to your comment with the link to the playlist when it's available, so I can make sure you get that, because you definitely want to check that out, especially if you're thinking about becoming a travel agent or you already are one. But these are trips offered to agents specifically to help them experience what it's like to go on the tour, stay at the hotel, experience the cruise, go to the resort, whatever it is that travel product is. Product in quotes, because I know it's weird to think of a cruise as a product, but it is. So these companies either will do a trip where it's okay, June 1st through 8th is specifically only for travel agents, and then they reduce the rate really significantly. So then you know it's only other travel agents there. Or some companies have it set up that you can go anytime, and then just whenever you register, you get a certain FAM rate that's been agreed upon between the partner, the tour company, whatever, and then your host agency. And then sometimes these partners just do really cool deals. Like I regularly see cruise lines do these smash deals where it's like maybe they have a cruise with low occupancy and they say, hey, this is $35. Yes, $35 for a 7 or 9 night cruise plus the taxes and fees. And all the travel agents will be sharing it in the chat. They usually don't last very long. All those spots get snatched up really quickly. So this is something that if you do decide to become a travel agent, you want to make sure that you work with somebody who is on it. And our team is. Like, I am constantly constantly checking my email and sending links in the chat like apply, go, go, go. And they know to have the notifications turned on and go get it, because so many of my agents have snatched those spots up before everybody else got to them because maybe they're working all day and they couldn't see it. So that's another benefit of once you've been doing this for a while and you make enough money to replace your full-time job, then you get more time flexibility and you can do more opportunities like this. It's really important for you to understand that whether you go on a fam trip or you enjoy a travel agent discount or agent rates or some kind of promotional special that's offered by a cruise line, that we are always on the clock. And the reason I tell people that is this really is a lifestyle business, right? You don't ever stop working just because you're staying there. Now, that doesn't mean you can't have a good time when you're on a fan trip, when you get invited by a cruise line to go do something. However, you want to be cognizant of how you conduct yourself. Don't get too drunk, okay? Because you want to be building relationships with these people because their idea is they're helping you. They're giving you something in exchange for you helping them get more sales, bring more clients to their property, etc., right? That's what they really want. It's like a thank you in advance, but also it's a way for you to sell the product better and learn about it. So one thing I recommend doing is that anytime you stay at a hotel, agent rate or not, you're taking all kinds of photos, you're creating content. That's going to help you anyway in your own marketing as a travel agent, but share that with the people who invited you, right? Whether that's tagging them on Instagram or TikTok, if those are your main platforms, or maybe even sending the raw footage if you want to. You don't have to. If you also moonlight as a content creator or influencer, you might not want to do that, but definitely at least tag them, show your gratitude, talk them up, because even though they're not technically paying for that, remember, we always want to over deliver and we want to continue building those relationships. We want to show them that we're serious, that we're really trying to network, and that we see ourselves as truly professional travel agents. That's what also is going to get you, by the way, more opportunities to go and do this stuff for less and for free. By the way, if you're really interested in going on fam trips and doing it right and getting invited onto the super cheap tours and the free stuff, you should definitely check out the Fam Finder in the episode description. It's my low cost subscription where I actually send you all of the fam trips that are open right now that have like deadlines closing soon, and I show you where to go to apply, what you should consider. If I've had someone go on that fam trip before, I say, hey, this is what they're looking for, say this, not this. It's a really great resource. So be sure to check it out in the episode description. My final takeaway is if you are becoming a travel agent just for the free trips or just for cheap travel, then you're going to be really disappointed, because if you go in with that mindset, you're probably not going to do the things you actually need to do to get the kind of opportunities that you really want to get anyway. It's always best to become a travel agent to make money selling travel and to really see this as a win between you as a travel agent, your client as the traveler, and the company or the brand that you're working with. You always want everybody involved to be happy with every single deal. And I always want to stress that because you want to have a good relationship with the hotel just as much as you do with the clients. And the nice thing is, once you have a great hotel, tour company, cruise line, whatever, for a certain destination, that really makes it easier for you, right? Because you can just recommend those same places over and over again. The booking process gets faster, you make more per hour. It's just a better experience for everyone overall. If this video was helpful, could you do me a favor? Could you hit like? That really does help YouTube know that this was a great video and to send it to other people who are looking up the same kind of stuff. If you do want to learn more about becoming a travel agent, or if you already are a travel agent and you're interested in earning a full-time income working part-time hours, that is exactly what we're about here. So you can subscribe and then say hello to me. You can drop a question in the comments or say whatever you'd like, or send me a DM if you'd rather talk to me privately. And if it is available now, then go check out my playlist all about fam trips. If it's not up yet, comment fam and we'll get it to you once it's out. But if it is, I'll have it linked right here in the video. Thanks so much for watching again. My name is Brittany. Bye.